Elena Beaumont was the 9-year-old daughter of Victor Beaumont, a billionaire whose name opened doors and closed mouths, a man feared by investors, respected by politicians, and unreachable to ordinary people. Elena grew up in a palace-sized mansion, surrounded by marble floors, private drivers, and tutors flown in from around the world. Everyone assumed she had the perfect life, but inside, she lived in a silent, lonely world where her father was always on a plane and her mother had left long ago. Elena learned one truth early: people obeyed money, not love. So she became loud, angry, demanding, throwing tantrums in luxury restaurants, insulting staff, and breaking toys just to feel something. Nannies quit, teachers cried, and waiters trembled. No one ever confronted her, because no one wanted to risk losing their job or facing her father's power. Her reputation spread everywhere: spoiled, rude, impossible. But deep inside, Elena was just a child who never heard the words, "I'm proud of you," or "I love you." Then came the day everything changed. Elena walked into the Beaumont Hotel restaurant with her father, who, as always, was speaking into his phone, signing deals worth millions while ignoring his daughter right beside him. Elena ordered a sandwich, took one bite, then suddenly threw it to the floor, yelling, "This tastes poor. Make me another one." The restaurant froze. Waiters looked away. The manager panicked. No one dared to say a word. They were all afraid of losing their jobs over a sandwich. But one person did not freeze: Clara. A young waitress with kind eyes, working 2 jobs to support her sick mother and younger brother. She wasn't rich, but she had something more valuable: courage. Clara walked forward slowly, everyone watching, holding their breath. She knelt, picked up the sandwich, not in fear, but carefully, like it mattered. Then she looked Elena straight in the eyes and said calmly, "Food is not trash. Someone worked hard to make this." Elena stared at her, shocked. No one had ever spoken to her like that. Clara didn't scream, didn't insult her, she spoke with dignity, strength, and truth. Elena said, confused, "But I don't want it." Clara nodded gently. "That's okay. You don't have to like it. But you must learn to speak with respect." The room was silent. Victor finally looked up from his phone, watching this strange moment unfold. Elena's face changed, not angry anymore, but unsure, like a child caught between who she was and who she could be. Clara stood and asked softly, "Would you like me to bring you something else? Something you do want?" Elena hesitated, then nodded. For the first time, she asked instead of demanded. And for the first time, she felt seen, not as a rich girl, not as a problem, but as a person. Victor watched Clara with a look he hadn't worn in years: respect. Something inside him stirred, something he had forgotten: humanity. Clara walked away to get a new sandwich, and the entire room exhaled. Not because the tantrum was over, but because someone, finally, had the courage to teach the girl what her world of wealth never did. Elena felt something new, a tiny ache in her chest. Shame? Maybe. But also something else. A crack in the walls she'd built. A fragile beginning. That day, she did not know it yet, but the waitress she tried to humiliate would become the first person to show her real kindness, not the fake smiles of rich society, not the fearful silence of staff, but true, honest kindness. And that was the day the world quietly changed. Because sometimes it only takes one brave voice to teach a child what love sounds like.